Gay. Happy birthday to you.
Nope.
Birthday to gay.
Gay.
You're
You're
gay.
gay. Kill yourself.
We're the ones singing. Hey, I'm first, bitch. What's up?
Nothing. Just
Can I leave
chilling.
now? I'm gonna head out.
What?
I'm gonna head out.
Dude, you're gonna be so shocked what Steph got me. I'll give you 3 guesses.
Hold on. Give me 400 guesses.
I'll give you 400 guesses.
Okay.
You'll never guess what she got me.
Is it an every time I die hoodie? Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me close my eyes.
What? Are you Nostradamus?
No, she asked me what she should get you. She said, I don't know. And I said, you know what?
I never know what he wants.
It wouldn't be funny every year she didn't know and she always came to like one of us and we're like, every time I die hoodie.
Do they have any? No, you know what's funny though is like we almost go like, oh, another, and then she gets it. I go like, oh, does this say a Bolorama on it? Oh my god, that's so fucking cool.
Yeah, well, at first you're like, oh, cool, and then you're like, oh, actually, this is cool. I actually do like this.
Yeah, no, literally, because like I open it up and I see like I saw a sweatshirt in there, and I'm like, like that's how it goes every time.
You see the little E, and you're like,
yeah.
Oh my god, it's something I like.
No, literally, I turned into a little kid. I go, no, you don't understand. Like a Bolorama, that was like the first song I ever heard of theirs. So like, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's really funny that like I thought about this. Actually, I thought about this yesterday. I was wearing a shirt around the house, and I was like,
Jesus piece.
Yeah, and I was like, this is actually like kind of an important shirt now.
Yeah.
It's like it's weird that like this is considering that they just kind of like dissipate, like they just kind of evaporated. That was it. I mean, they didn't even like they broke up, but they did it in such a weird way where they're just kind of like, what, like, are we still around? Are we still here? No.
It's so funny too, because like I remember that show specifically, and my one buddy who was a big fan of Jesus Piece, but he couldn't make the show. He's like, "Can you get me a shirt?" And I just kind of like forgot about it. Then I checked and then I checked at the end, and I was just like, "Oh shit! Oh, they sold out. I'm sorry." And you're like, in the moment you don't realize it, but then you're like, "Oh shit! That might be one of the last batches of Jesus Piece shirts."
Yeah, and not like only that, but also legitimately one of the greatest shows I think I've been to. That was a great show.
It was a fantastic show. That venue in general, I've never been to that one before. That was the one, not the Franklin Hall, which used to be the Electric Factory, the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Union Transfer, I think it's called?
I think it was Union Transfer.
Or is that in New York?
No, that sounds familiar. I don't know, actually.
That's crazy. It is Philadelphia. There's a place in New York that has there's a venue in New York that has a similar name. I was supposed to see it was actually kind of funny. Me and Steph were supposed to go see Action Bronson. Then COVID happened. And because we were excited because the venue was like a Polish venue. And we were like, wait, we're going to see Action Bronson and eat pierogies? This is a fucking perfect night. But no, it is kind of funny, actually. I've been seeing T-shirts in general, like old band T-shirts in good condition. And not even like bands that are huge. Like, I always tell you, I listened to that Hard Lore podcast, and they had I don't know if you ever heard of the band Marauder, but they're like an old school hardcore band that in that scene they're like legendary. They're one of the biggest bands ever and shit like that.
Yeah.
But like if you don't listen to hardcore, you probably don't really know who Marauder is. And like, dude, you can get old shirts of theirs from like the 90s. You can make like $300, $400, $500 on their shirts. So like there's a market for everything, man. Like band T-shirts in good condition, dude. That's actually, I just remembered this. That was actually one of the most embarrassing moments I had in front of Steph. we were in Asbury Park, New Jersey, spending the day there for our anniversary. It was very funny. We went to this very fancy French restaurant. That's where I found out you could put like jam on crackers and cheese and it still tastes good. I didn't know. That was the first day. And that It's really funny. It's really funny eating at a fancy restaurant and the server is like waiting on you hand and foot, and you're sitting there like, you make more money than me. This is weird. Like, this is like, I should be doing this for you. Like, this is crazy. But no, and then eventually we're walking around, just walking to all the shops, and we find this like vintage clothing shop, and we see this like really cool Misfit shirt, and it's like our anniversary, and I'm trying to do big dog stuff. She's like, I love that. And I go like, hey man, how much? I was like, can we see that? And he's like, yeah. And then he gets it to the counter and he rings it up. He's like, that'll be $350. And I go like, and I turned to Steph. I was like, I'll buy you 5 of these off Amazon. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I was like, but it was like a mint condition from the 80s Misfits shirt. And the dude was selling it for like $3 something. It was crazy.
Stuff like that. I mean, shoes is another thing where two things that I think will never ever change with me is like, I don't really give a shit about shoes, and I don't really give a shit about
and your underwear.
I do give a lot of shit to my underwear.
wait, let the people laugh, dude. Come on.
I'll wait for it all to die down. I can still hear people laugh now here.
Anyway, go ahead.
But they like that and like cars, and I'm never like that kind of collectible. I think we talked about this as far as like just regular like pop figures and shit. It's like when the world of collecting takes your wearable item and turns it into a pop figure. I think that's what frustrates me. So I'm like, I was wearing the shirt and I was like, oh man, maybe I should just like not wear this. And I was like, but I like it and I want to I want to wear it. It's also like it's not going to do anything. Again, maybe 17 years down the road, possibly I could sell it for $300. No, fuck it. I just like the shirt. I want to wear the shirt.
Yeah, that's why I never, like, I think I've said this before. I watched a Watch Mojo video of like 20 most expensive Pokemon cards, and I knew for a fact I had almost 10 of them.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. I was like, I could pay off all my student loans with like half the cards on this list.
That's crazy.
and actually probably more. But then also too, you remember, like you sit here, I sit here now as an adult who could really use a couple more bucks and like think about that stuff. But when you're in the midst of it, you're just like, oh, this fucking, like this, the like thinking about the resale market and all that shit is what turns all this into like a huge pile of suck ass, dude. It's just, It takes away all the fucking fun. That's what you see the most with. That's why, like, whenever I look up shit about Pokemon cards online, it's so sad because it's like you very rarely, like, when you look up shit about Magic, they're talking about like Magic the Gathering. They'll talk about like, the nights the deck comes out, should you play it, blah blah blah. And it's like all that in the middle of also here's, how to preserve the cards and resell them and what's their value in the future and da-da-da. Whenever you look up anything about Pokemon cards, it's like, all right, here's the proper way to beat the other scalpers to death so you can optimize the Pokemon cards you steal from children from Target.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you have like the type of shit that happens because of like you can go to any store and there's fucking Magic cards. Like you don't have a problem. But they still resell for good value. It's like you have to this day, you still have to like fight people for fucking Pokemon cards.
Yeah, I think that's a weird thing. Because, like, I mean, we grew up with it with like Beanie Babies and shit and certain things. But I had it, I remember that a couple important Walking Dead, like, single issue things. And like when it was at the height of its popularity, or at least what I thought was the height of its popularity. I don't know what height of popularity is anymore because they just keep adding shit. Like, I don't know. I honestly do not know anybody that is a fan of Avatar. Like that's their shit. Like they're like, yeah, Avatar's pretty cool. But they're making Avatar World? Who the fuck cares about Avatar that much? Nobody cares about it that much except for James Cameron.
It's got to be. I got to imagine it's an international market thing where like we like don't care about Avatar, but if you go to like India or parts of China and stuff like that, they probably go fucking crazy over Avatar.
The Smurf village. They're like, wow, that's so beautiful. There's so little trash. It's amazing.
Yeah. No, they're just in India pouring their drinks with their hand, like, oh my God, this is crazy.
They're flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think it's ridiculous because it's like the height of popularity of things at nowadays is just like can we franchise it? We're gonna franchise it. It's like is it cake but franchises?
Yeah.
Because
Is it?
they're gonna make it a franchise, but will it like actually like do anything? Who knows?
Yeah.
We'll find
Well,
out.
that's when like once you start to realize shit can make you I think I've said this a bunch before, but it's like once you realize shit can make you like money, not just like, oh, this was good. We can like, we can like I'm trying to think. Like cuz some of the stuff that was like good that I loved Weapons, but you know what? Because I was gonna say Weapons, and you didn't see them like being like, oh, we got weapon shot glasses at
Yeah.
at fucking FYE or whatever the fuck. But then at the same time, like Superman was an amazing movie, and they sell a bajillion Superman things all the time, but that's a bigger entity. But yeah, it is sometimes a lot of shit like. Once you're able to make like money off of it, that's where it gets very fucking sterile. And I think that's why you see movies like Avatar. It's like, like when they make a movie like Weapons or some shit like that, they're just like, all right, I got this money. Fucking Josh Brolin took a pay cut because his daughter said I was like really talented, and we're just, we're on a shoestring budget figuring this out. Hopefully people like this movie. And then with Avatar, they're like, all right, we need every human being in the whole world to enjoy this and sit still for 2.5 hours.
To break even. To break even.
Yeah, that's a way better way to put it. They're like, we need the whole world to like this so we can break even.
Like they're forcing this franchise on us. And I'm like, it's fine. It's fine. You're doing okay. It's good. You're doing good, James. You should be very proud of yourself. But other than that, like, enough. We don't care about the Na'vi or any of that shit. It's so stupid of a story. Just make video games. Why not just make video games? Why are you making a movie? Make a video game. You know what I mean? Pivot a little.
Yeah. There is a video game. It looked cool.
See what I mean? Like if that won some awards. I don't even know how many awards Avatar has won or anything. And I'm saying this because like I may not be a Lord of the Rings fan, but I've met people that are like psyched about Lord of the Rings. You know what I mean? I don't like it and I don't know a lot about it, but I know a lot of people at least that are like, this is my shit. But I've met nobody that Avatar is that's their franchise.
That's a good way to put it. Like there's people who will, like Taylor Swift has that. I remember recently I tried to I was talking to my wife's friend at her gym who I'm like kind of friends with now. So like I can, I'm on like a bust balls friendship level. And I was like, come on, be honest. This is like the worst shit ever. And like, dude, like, and I was like being funny about it. Mm-hmm. And she got like, I could see it in her eyes. I was like, oh, I can see the
this is your thing. Yeah, sorry.
Well, no, it's like, or like I could see it in her eyes of like, oh, like all the little children who dox people who say bad stuff about Taylor Swift. I saw it in this grown woman's eyes. And it's the same thing. Like, I remember I was talking to my sister-in-law and I brought up, it was funny. I brought up like Lord of the Rings and I was like, you're a Lord of the Rings fan. And she's like, yeah. And I was about to be like, we just talked about it on my podcast and I think that movie fucking sucks shit. And then I like heard the tone in her voice and I go like, oh, this is your thing. Yeah. And then you do that thing where you go like, okay, let me ask the same question, but politer. And I was like, so I backpedaled and I go like, so like, you think the book's way better than the movie, right? Like that's where I started.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then I transitioned into her admitting the movie kind of sucked ass. Not sucked ass, but was better. Where are we going? Got kitty cat? There we go.
Sorry, he's just being.
Look at that guy. Look at him.
Look at that beast. Look at this.
Damn.
That's like 2 honky hogs. 3 maybe. It's like a 3 honky hog.
Wait, who's Honky Hog? That was the fucking pizza place down in Florida or some shit?
That was Randy's friend. Randy's squeak toy when I was dog sitting that giant dog at
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, this boy. Hey, buddy. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi.
Say hi or else, you son of a bitch.
I wish I had my goddamn presets, but the stupid update.
Yo, we were dude, this is kind of crazy. So we were texting yesterday about Jim Carrey. I just saw this morning. And we were texting yesterday about Jim Carrey, and everyone was saying how he was
dead.
He was acting at well,
they go right to dead, and this is a clone.
yeah. Wait. Let me find the. Well, it's kind of fun. It was kind of funny. I wanted to bring up Jim Carrey at some point because we were kind of like we've been going hard at him for a while, and then
you were talking about the retribution,
Yeah, we actually should a public apology to Jim Carrey because like we were saying Jim Carrey's rest in peace, Jim Carrey. No, we were saying Jim Carrey
episode title. We're gonna clickbait the fuck out of you, motherfuckers.
Yeah, we're gonna clickbait your fucking asses off. But no, we were saying that like we love Jim Carrey. We think he's one of the best actors, but we would not want to go to a party with him. But then there's like videos of him on Jimmy Kimmel just being like, this is the Illuminati symbol. But like not just being like the Illuminati's real, and let me do some physical comedy. Like saying it in a way where you're like, oh, he means it with his chest. And you're like, oh shit, does Jim Carrey know ball? Is Jim Carrey actually the fucking man?
When he goes to Jimmy, who was he on? He was on Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel. Oh, he's talking about
he's like, you don't know about it. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know about it. David Letterman doesn't know about it. Sure, everybody. Like when he's calling out,
like you're all at the parties,
That's when I was like, oh shit. Like he's wilding as hell, and you know what he's doing too. He's like, I'm fucking Jim Carrey. Like there is still a level of ego, I'm sure, with it, even though he is like very like centered kind of dude. Blah blah blah, all this other shit. I think he was just like, man, like they're not gonna fucking kill me. Come on.
Yeah,
I'm Jim Carrey. I'm one of the most recognizable people in the world, and everybody.
I think all that centered stuff is bullshit. In a way, it's not bullshit because it's like good to be, but I think Jim Carrey is like. I think Jim Carrey knows who he is, so he's like, I got to make myself centered so I can chill the fuck out.
Yeah,
I think it's like whenever someone tells you about stoicism, it's not because anyone actually is stoic. They go, I need to be stoic to survive in modern society.
You know what it is? I just talked about this. It's really interesting that you brought this up because I just brought this up with Colton. I was doing an episode with him. He was stuck in Puerto Vallarta with when all that shit was going down. And we were talking about, he was saying how the levels of PTSD in soldiers, was recorded after World War II. I think it was Australian soldiers had or Scottish, I can't remember which ones it was, but they were like either one. There were ones that had like less reported cases of post-traumatic stress syndrome disorder. But he was like, what it was is because they found out. He's like, because they laughed when faced with adversity, or whenever in like dark times or something like that. They'd find a skull and they'd like kick it at one of their friends and go like ha 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 ha, like joking around. And I go, yeah, that's a defense mechanism. That's not a good answer. They still have the PTSD somewhere inside them. They're just going like, ha, ha, ha. I said, trust me, as somebody who's used laughter as a defense mechanism probably their whole life, that's absolutely a defense mechanism, and it's not healthy. It's just you're able to process it real time better than other people, as opposed to like somebody that sees a traumatic thing and goes,
well, it's just dealing with it in a more constructive way, dude. It's literally like, dude, it literally happened. Like it's the same function as like, dude, like when I was at the valet stand the other night, it was like a busy night, and I remember the one dude. Basically, like some shit happened where like a customer cut the line. And the one dude was like, well, they're not allowed to do that, so I'm not going to valet them. And it turned into like a way bigger thing. And then it ended up clogging up the thing, and we fell behind it. It made the rest of the night, like it helped make the rest of the night more hectic. And it's like, it's akin to something like that, where it's like what you actually should do in that situation is just like roll your eyes, intake them, just so you can get them out of the fucking way and clear it up.
Look at the guy behind him and go like, I'm sorry. I don't.
Dude, go to the guy behind him, throw him under the bus. That makes that guy like you more, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, it's this dude, like what you're doing emotionally is the same fucking thing. is like, yo, stop clogging it up. It's not that you're like ignoring your problems. It's this you're fucking keeping shit moving.
You're like, oh shit, my friend just died. Oh, I better get out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like you're always loony tuning, but like there's a level of like let it roll off your back until you can. But eventually you do have to go back and actually kind of go through some of these things.
Yeah, because then if you don't, you like punch your wife in the face because she fucking gave the wrong tone to you. But in your defense, that was a shit. She does do that a lot with the tone.
You didn't hear the tone.
You didn't hear the tone. Officer, you didn't hear the bitch's tone.
But yeah.
But yeah, the Jim Carrey thing. So yeah, Jim Carrey.
So him just kind of going like, like, hey man, everything's whatever, and like.
Oh yeah, this popped up. He was at some. No, because it was funny too. Because I forgot Jim Carrey's also been like. There's been a lot of videos of him not just like revealing the Illuminati. Him being at award shows, being like, "What's the point of this shit, man? What the fuck?
Yeah.
What is this? Da da da." Which
this doesn't matter. None of this matters. It's like what he's always saying, and how much none of this matters, and this is important, and all this shit. And it's like, yeah, I agree with you. That I like this Jim Carrey.
I do like the Jim Carrey, but there is also the other part of me that goes like, you put the suit on and went. You put the expensive suit on and went, but whatever. Anyway, so then this video popped up.
A pretty big challenge trying to do my speech in French. So, I wrote it and I researched it and I practiced it like crazy. But, it's, then I watched everybody like talking 1,000 miles an hour up there receiving their awards. And I was like, I'm dead. And I made mistakes and I was like a novice. But I felt a lot of love, and I felt a lot of appreciation that I tried, and what I said was true, and I really wanted to recognize my family. I wanted to recognize my dad.
Yeah, and then so obviously that's a clone because he revealed the Illuminati secrets.
Well, the things that I've been seeing are like not just like obviously he's aged since the last time we saw it. Like, how Tom Cruise did that too, where like out of nowhere you feel like you see him one time and then you see him right after that and you're like, oh man, like it finally got him kind of thing. Where like he's looked like Tom Cruise pretty much our whole life. Then out of nowhere he's just kind of got like he's just kind of puffy or something like that. They're a little puffier and they're a little shinier or something like that. Just got a little bit more old guy sheen to him. So, like, I think that is part of this, but also somebody brought up his eye color is completely different. His eye color in this is like more blue-green, and his eyes have always very obviously and famously been like dark brown.
So this is what I wanted to go to, and it'll kind of like shed some light on that. So these are the articles that were popping up today, because apparently this was like a Caesar Award shut down.
It heated up quick. It got hot real quick.
What?
The story. Like it was like, here's Jim Carrey, or is it?
Yeah. But apparently this is what they're claiming, where it's like Caesar Award shut down Jim Carrey clone conspiracies after drag artist Alex Stone suggested he impersonated Carrey at the awards. Jim Carrey's visit has been planned since this summer. From the outset, he was extremely touched by the Academy's invitation. 8 months of ongoing constructive discussions. He worked on his speech in French for months, asking me about the exact pronunciation of certain words. He came with his partner, his daughter, his grandson, 12 close friends and family members. His longtime publicist accompanied him. His old friend, Michael, who made film 2 series with him, was there, and they're delighted to see each other again. Okay, wait a minute.
Didn't he have a girlfriend pass away, like kill herself not too long ago?
And he had like a
kind of weird, like
he had a wife. Yeah, his like wife died or something.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't like, and all of that kind of goes against what we were talking about before of like this thing where like being put up as a celebrity and getting all this recognition just for being a celebrity is exactly what he was kind of been talking shit against, and all of a sudden now he's like, I'm really honored and I can't wait to come with this prestigious award. And it's like, it could be age, maybe how many times brave celebrities get cancer and don't tell anybody. You know how brave they are when they don't tell anyone.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm always like, people said that about Norm, and I say this as a gigantic Norm fan. Like, I just watched Dirty Work. I waited too long to watch that. I was like, oh, that movie's brilliant, and all this love Norm as much as the next person. But every time they go like, yeah, Norm was a badass. He didn't tell any of his friends he had cancer, and you're like, I mean, maybe I don't know if that's 100% badass. It's kind of. I mean, I guess like you don't want to make your friends worry, but it does hit a point where it's like you die, and then a lot of your friends are like, "What was that about? Cancer? What? I don't know. I don't know if it's 100%, but also there is part of me that goes like, I get it though. You know what I mean?
I don't understand like the thing of like them not doing. You love them for all their celebrity and their performances and their all this other shit, but then as soon as they do a thing that's like not celebrity, they're like, oh my God, that's so brave. How did they hide that from us? And it's like,
I feel that way every time a video pops up on TikTok or Instagram where it's like the dad is with his daughter and he lets the daughter paint her nails, and you're like, that's a real man. You're like, that's the bare minimum. Yeah. I gotta be honest. Like letting your daughter paint your nails and put makeup on you, that's gotta be, in my opinion, the bare minimum of being a girl dad, which I also hate that term.
When I don't tell my family what's going on, I'm secluding myself and I'm isolated and all this other stuff. But when
there has to be a wellness check,
and then when all of a sudden Jim Carrey does it, he's a fucking hero. But maybe he had some kind of health scare and like he's got like a weird change of perspective. All this other I honestly don't know.
Here's my
there is a lot of weird cases and a lot of weird things that surround Jim Carrey in particular, especially with like celebrity and shit.
Well, I will say this about like the cloning stuff and people using like all my when in the context of, if I talk about it on a podcast, it's research, but in all of my CIA research, like apparently like so for the sake of argument, apparently like the CIA and other groups and people and probably makeup artists and stuff, they are able to do makeup on a level that is like you can't tell it's makeup. So just for the sake of fairness, they can do makeup on that level. Now, when I watch that video, I go, I listen to it and I go, that's Jim Carrey. You know what I mean? Like I just hear it in his voice. That's Jim Carrey. And then I remember, I go, oh yeah, Jim Carrey's also the weirdest fucking actor ever. Right. And you remember one of his biggest parts, Man in the Moon, where he just...
Well, that's what I was thinking the whole time, was like, okay, maybe he's just meta right now.
Well, that's the thing. It's like Jim Carrey is like, there's a scenario where Jim Carrey's going on and being like, oh, I'm so fucking in despair and blah, 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 and all this stuff. And no one's paying attention. We're all just going like, that's just silly Jim. And he's go, okay, fuck you. I'll do the exact opposite. I wouldn't put past Jim Carrey that he literally puts on makeup to make it look like he got crazy plastic surgery. That's a commentary on Hollywood. Mm-hmm. And then he goes to the award show and goes, yes, I just absolutely love
very
being
wide-eyed
here.
And he's just like, hi, yes, everything's great.
And let's be honest. Do you think it takes professional actor Jim Carrey 8 months to memorize a speech in French that he could probably put a piece of paper in front of himself?
And he's Canadian. No. He's also Canadian, which is, I believe if you grow up in Canada, you actually, I think, in certain parts, you are required to learn French.
I didn't even fucking know that. Yeah, exactly. It's like, dude, if you're a professional actor and Canadian, it's not going to take you 8 fucking months to learn a French speech that you can hold like they have teleprompters. You can just put it in front of yourself.
By the way, he didn't do a good job. Like he's like reading. He's going, "Pois, je l'ai, like he's reading the speech in French. So like all you have to know is how to pronounce those French words. I don't think he wasn't like, if he practiced for 8 months, he did a really bad job. Like, it's crazy how like stilted it was and how he's just like, again, foreign language, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. But what the fuck else are you doing, Jim Carrey? You know what I'm saying? If you're going to do that.
Yeah, he's down there. Cell Rat said he's down there making schizo paintings.
Yeah.
No, but it's like
Cell Rat caught it too. Stanley almost fucking head booped my coffee into my lap. I was taking.
Oh
a sip
yeah,
and it was like boom.
I saw your face at one point. I was in the middle of a rant, so I didn't stop. But yeah,
Good eye.
Stanley's a fucking treacherous son of a bitch. No, but it is like it's like obviously there's shit that can be out of the ordinary. That's like anomalies and blah blah blah, and it's like, but at the same time, with a lot of these like conspiracies and stuff like that, but you do gotta remember like okay, just on its face. Now, if there's evidence of cloning, if we get research papers that they're like, we've finally perfected the Carrey clone, like I'll say you're right. You know what I mean? Like once you have stuff like that, but you gotta also remember, you're like, okay, we got two options. We got Jim Carrey exposed the Illuminati and they killed him and this is a clone. Or the guy who's constantly a weird motherfucker is still being a weird motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I say this as a guy who thinks like there's a lot of Satanists and pedophiles in the government, guys. Like I'm on your side. I'm just saying this one's not it.
Right. I don't know. This one it is because of just who he is. It kind of first of all, I feel like anytime I hear like blah blah is a clone, this isn't actually them, yada yada yada, and then you start circling pictures of them with here and then them here, and then you're like, yeah, that makes sense. But also, what if they just don't look right to that? You know what I mean? Or they broke their nose, or there's something that like they're in prison. The Ghislaine Maxwell is another one of those ones where they're like, that's not Ghislaine.
Was that on the street video?
No, I'm thinking about the one with her. When she was,
they're like her nose is bigger or something.
Wasn't she doing
right?
like a deposition or something? Like she does look crazy different, and that's what I'm saying is, at where I'm at now with most of these things that are happening is like, yeah, probably, maybe, but also
I could see. I'm in the same place.
Though?
You go.
I don't know. Like, why would they clone Jim Carrey? I don't know. Did they kill the real one because he was going to expose stuff? They don't think they care about exposing anymore. Like none of this.
Yeah,
stuff
no,
is...
dude, that's my whole thing. Why I get because I see the two that drive me fucking nuts is I see every so often on my Twitter feed, I see the Stanley Kubrick thing resurface. And then the new one is they're like, they killed Trevor Moore. And the Trevor Moore, like Stanley Kubrick, I could see it because it legit feels like he helped them fake the moon landing. Like,
didn't Trevor Moore fall off a balcony?
Yeah, here. I'm going to get to that.
Sorry.
No, you're good. The Stanley Kubrick thing, like, I get where they're coming from because Eyes Wide Shut was so weird, and there's, like, a legit possibility he helped them fake the moon landing and stuff.
Yeah.
I get that, but then it's like if you take the time and go, like, the one thing that always drives me crazy with, like, they'll be like, he took out 30 minutes from Eyes Wide Shut. I go, when else he did that? Every single fucking movie he made. Every movie he made, that's what you do. You make the movie. It's called director's cuts. And it's like, but then you're telling me, you're like, okay, so he showed what? Their sacrifice and their practice. So they were just like, because the thing they say is like Kubrick had a deal. He's like, I'll fake the moon landing, but you got to let me do one movie with no edits. Yeah. And then it's like, okay, anyway, in this movie, I show a baby being sacrificed. And you're like, that, like, even if the studio doesn't give a fuck and they're not the Illuminati and all that shit, they're still going to be like, Stan, we can't show a baby getting murdered. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But anyway, enough on the Kubrick thing. The Trevor Moore thing, the reason that one drives me so much more crazy is I was a fan of his when he was alive. I was locked in on every single step of the way. Trevor Moore, as talented as he was never that fucking popular.
Right.
So like, it's like that's why he was doing all the shit he did because no one was paying attention to him. He could say the craziest shit he fucking wanted to, and it didn't matter because no one was fucking paying attention. It's like if the Illuminati's murdering people, which it's so funny that I just said when the Illuminati murders people, they're not murdering fucking improv comics that barely get any fucking recognition.
Although, again, I think because of his lower statue, at least, I think whatever thing, because
they could catch an easy body.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like that is not only that, but also the level he was fucking with him. Jim Carrey's going out there and going like, he's like poking at him like I could really say a lot of shit right now, and I'm gonna just hint at a lot of stuff, and I'm gonna go, this is kind of weird, isn't it? Kind of.
That's
weird?
a fair.
And then Trevor Moore's going like Epstein did this, and he also did coronavirus, and he did this, and he also did this, and he was like giving dates.
And here's a very detailed sketch explaining what happened.
Funny sketches too, like Justin Bieber sketch of shit, like where he was not only right about like most of the things, but also did it in a pretty funny way. He was right in a pretty funny way where it got to a point where.
No, you're right.
They were like, enough.
That's a fair point, because it's like all the information is out there, but you notice the people that get fucked with are the ones that corroborate it. Look up Seth Rich. But it's the people that like formulate it in a very concise way that makes it understandable, because all the information's out there, but it's like it's hard if you're not one of those dudes, it's hard to like understand it and parse through it. So I will concede on that point. Like Trevor Moore did make it much more digestible. Dude, there was literally there was a Netflix show. Oh God, who is the lady? She's got like the older chubby white lady vibe like Roseanne, but she's not Roseanne. Although I don't think Roseanne's chubby right now.
Right.
She had a show on Netflix about like I'm an old hippie lady smoking weed.
Roseanne Barr, old hippie lady. Damn, I feel like not Kathy Bates.
Yeah, I think that's who I'm thinking.
Really? Oh wow. Yeah, she's not. Is she Matlock now?
Yeah. What? Is she?
Kathy Bates is Matlock now.
What does that mean?
You know the show Matlock with
She's Matt.
She's Mr. She's Mrs.
Mr. Locke.
I think there's some kind of relation like that. It is somewhat canon, I believe. Or no. And I think in this iteration, I haven't seen it, but I've heard a lot about it somehow. But like this iteration, it's a like Matlock, the lawyer exists, like the show exists, but this is her name's also Matlock, I think.
Okay, so it's in really it's in the Matlock cinematic universe.
It's in the Matlock verse, yeah.
Okay, the Mataverse. Oh, here I found it. Yeah, she was on the show, and are you sitting? It was a show on Netflix about weed. It was called Disjointed.
Got him. Take that, establishment.
Yeah. Oh, but no, they had this. I've never watched the shit. Take that, the Illuminati, you fucking pussies.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
I live on the 3rd floor, Andy. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, it's just like I've never watched the show, but to have that scene in the middle of a like canned laughter, like it. I to be fair, I haven't seen the show, so it might actually low-key rule. But it's like it has the vibes of a fucking bullshit Big Bang Theory show.
It seems like a shitcom. It seems like a shitcom kind of thing. Yeah.
That's I've never heard that term. That's so fucking good. Yeah. Just to have that in the middle of it, though, I'm like, I love that scene. But apparently that show was doing good and just got canceled.
Right. And that's the thing is that's part of it. Like Netflix, maybe is not like a I don't know if they're like a part of it or like if there's nobody at the wheel, but there's like one of those things where they have some kind of catch-all where they're like, oh shit, what did you do? Because like there's standards and practices and all this other stuff, but like maybe they're like, I don't know how that scene would have, you know how I'm saying? Like how would they have let that go out and then cancel them? Except for the fact that maybe, you know, they're like, we'll give you enough rope to hang yourself. Or also, literally, you can explain it like that. Like, it's weird how, let's say 5 years ago, if we saw that scene, we'd be like, that's so silly.
You crazy.
Now we're like, damn, is that how they did it? like I'm watching that now going like, yeah. Oh. I mean, that is kind of what I do drink a lot of water. You know, like.
No, I think you were saying how does stuff like that get out? I think it's because I don't think it's like I said, I don't think it's like puppet masters. I think it's like the people up top are like playing Risk. That's what I think it is. So like I think that happens and then it gets out and then it's just like Wait, what the fuck? That Kathy Bates? What's this? Is from what shows is they get this shit out of here?
St. Ivan's saying it. Did it get canceled because it was because of that, or because it was corny, just corny bad?
I think it got canceled for the thing that makes me right. Actually,
can you ask me a question, real quick? Just ask me how many seasons of The Ranch there were.
Yeah. Can I ask you a quick question? Is Chuck Lorre a billionaire?
Right. Who plays the game a lot? Who ended up really kind of pushing Charlie Sheen over the edge? Which again, not on the Epstein list.
Yeah. I mean, did give a bunch of women AIDS, but not on the Epstein list.
8 seasons. 8 seasons. No, it's not because it was corny and bad. Sorry. I actually apologize, St. Ivan. No, it's not because of that.
I actually almost ruined Christmas one year because of The Ranch.
Has anybody in the chat, real quick, has anybody in the chat seen The Ranch? Like one full episode or even a season? I'm sorry. I'll let that accumulate while you. No,
it is a really good point where you're like, maybe it was just a bad show, and you're like, hey, can I also? Here's my Exhibit A. Most of TV.
Yeah, the Ranch in particular. There's no fucking bandwidth at Netflix. They don't have any storage problem.
Here's my because I just learned about this the other day. My Exhibit B is a second Big Bang Theory spinoff. Not just Young Sheldon, fucking
the comic book guy, right? Doesn't he have a show now, or like
there's a side show with like a boy and a girl. I forget what it's called.
That's crazy. It's crazy. It's like it's the thing where you're like the shit comma-verse of Big Bang Theory or anything. A great show like Roseanne turns into The Conners, which is still like it's like a whiff of what Roseanne used to be.
Well, and just because she thought the bitch was white.
Yeah.
She thought the bitch was white.
Because she screamed it.
And if we could just be adults in the room, I get where her joke came from. If we could be fucking adults.
Yeah, okay. Can we just
We all saw a picture of that lady and we're all fucking adults and we get where her joke came from.
Right.
And I understand her misunderstanding and thinking she's white.
Mike and Molly. Mike and Molly would get a chuckle out of me every once in a while, but it wasn't a good show.
You know what I mean? Georgie and Mandy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They are currently on their second Big Bang Theory spinoff.
And so it's not because it was shitty and bad. It was because they exposed the world for what's happening. And also, I'm back and forth with like the control that they have and all this other shit, because it's like they could have probably wiped that from the internet somehow, right? Like, how are we able to like still outsmart them in some cases? And then I go, no, I don't think so. I think it's exactly what they just said. It's the big pyramid like that, and we're just in the cycle. Us folks, all of us. We're just here to just exist, and then we eventually, after our cogs are broken, then we leave, and we go to whatever the next plane of existence is. I
also think like one 2-minute video on YouTube that most people are probably not going to believe is like, they're like, dude, we're doing proxy wars in fucking Ukraine. I don't give a fuck about a YouTube video. Like, we're doing color revolutions over here, bro.
Before we get off the topic, though, I did send you a thing about. It's so funny that you brought up Stanley Kubrick on this, because I just bookmarked this clip.
I love shitting on Stanley Kubrick.
It's so funny. You're gonna love this too, because it's him getting frustrated. It's I don't want to give it away, but
where'd you send it? You sent it over the gram?
Insty.
Insty.
And it's also nice to have something about Stanley Kubrick in my feed that's not conspiracy. It's just him getting fucking mad.
I don't like hate. Let me be clear too. I don't like hate Stanley Kubrick. I like I think he gets a little, well, like Stanley Kubrick for me, like, I mean, don't get me wrong. His movies are his movies. His movies are some of the most like well shot, most beautiful movies. I think sometimes he'll be the guy where it's like, yeah, we had to do 100 takes of this scene, and then you watch it and you're just like, the acting. Like, I remember watching Eyes Wide Shut. I thought the acting in that was like fine.
Yeah.
I think sometimes the acting in, like, I remember, wasn't Shelley Duvall got like fucking hammered by the press for her acting in The Shining and shit?
Yeah, I think. Well, just in general, like I think it's Robert Duvall that brought up a fact that like he's like Stanley Kubrick's a fucking hack. He sucks. He's like he gets some of the worst performances out of his actors. Because,
I think you sent me that clip. Yeah, that
Yeah.
shit's amazing.
yeah, but it's like, and it's also just like I don't know, man. That's his fucking style. A lot of people like his movies. Maybe they like them because they're seeing very familiar actors that they know. Because that's the thing is Jack Nicholson in every fucking movie, except for he does have a little bit more of a fucking crazy tinge to him in The Shining, probably because he was pushed to the edge, and he's not giving a regular. He's not cool. He's like I hired Jack Nicholson, but you're not fucking cool. Stop being cool. Do it again. Do it again. Don't like gambole into the room. Don't go like, "Hey, I'm the coolest motherfucker." You're an alcoholic, failed writer. Stop being cool. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's probably what it is.
I also, my thing with Kubrick all the time is like because he's so technical with all of his shit, he gives people who like defend him like endless ammo because it's like it's one of those things where it's like on paper. It's like there's so much fucking shit, and then he's got the mystique of like, did he fake the moon landing and all that, and then it's like, yeah, but then I watch all of his movies and I go, they look beautiful, but they're real fucking slow, dude. You know, and you're supposed to feel like you're the dumbest fuck ever if you don't actively cum buckets while watching Kubrick, but that's a personal thing, I guess. Let me pull up this clip.
Yeah, you'll appreciate this.
I mean, I know it seems like a lot on tea breaks, but we had the tea break that was up over there. We had that when he put his knee.
You mean you had a tea break at 4 o'clock? And you have a tea break at 6
this
o'clock?
this is a fresh tea break. He came up to the teas here.
No, but if you had a tea break at 4, you don't have to break at this tea break. This must just be a complimentary tea break. If you broke for tea at 4, you don't have to break for tea at 6. That's at 6:45, then break for a meal at 7:30. So figure it out.
I prefer to go around the mall because it gives me more fucking headaches, popsy tea breaks, and you fucking sling them right down that fucking piss hole.
Right, Terry.
Right. Sort of memory need I stand. That's right. Then we have, I know
He's getting pissed off at the British crew because they're how many tea breaks they take.
I mean, I can't fault Kubrick for that. If just as an American and the British crew's like, so you gotta take a bunch of tea breaks, you're like, what?
Yeah.
Like I feel like Kubrick sits there and just goes like, I don't even know what to do with that sentence. You're asking me to stop production, so for tea, like what? Like
every 2 hours. Every 2
hours. Dude, and too, Kubrick's got that vibe where it's like you saw some of those dudes were kind of like big and stocky, and they look at Kubrick as like just a fucking gross nerd, and like, but then the way like I do respect that about Kubrick, the way he talks, he's like he stands on business, and all those dudes are like, what's this fucking gremlin talking to me like this?
Yeah, literally, like he's just like, if you took one at 4, you don't need one now. Like he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, this is, and they're just like, what do you mean?
What do you mean? We get all the tea breaks.
But we said we want our crumpets and our tea. And they're just like, I don't care.
What?
And I wonder how, because so this is what I'm saying. This might be, did not he shoot Eyes Wide Shut in England as well?
Yeah, and that was
it
like,
might have been them getting their revenge for
that's
Full
why
Metal Jacket.
Well, I remember we did the episode about Eyes Wide Shut. It was like it's the longest shoot he ever had. They probably just kept taking so many tea breaks.
And then eventually it just came to a head, and they were like, oh, you know what? I'm going to kill this motherfucker.
You know what? Who's got the number of the Illuminati? We got to kill this fucking fat fuck.
Yeah, it's like, it's crazy. So like it might have been, and I'm just saying this, it might have been the Illuminati, or it could have been the stress from dealing with the British crew.
Could have been the gaffers
stopping every fucking. Oi, tea break then. It's not even a work whistle. It's just a teapot going. And he's just like, God damn it, cut. Is that
time to kill Kubrick? We have a tea again. Time to kill Kubrick.
So yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was pretty funny. Him getting very frustrated, and also probably feeling pretty helpless because Full Metal Jacket by that point had was 2001 before that. I can't remember if he had done that, if he was already who he was yet. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm sure later on he might have been like, "All right, you want tea? You're fired." You know what I mean? But at this point, he's just like, "Guys, come on, stop."
Yeah, no, that's a good question. I don't know. When did Kubrick become Kubrick?
Yeah. This could also this could be him of like, all right, you're getting a flat fee for each day as union
yeah.
guys for this crew. Fuck you guys. We're doing 300 takes. You know
No,
what I mean?
Full
Like he
Metal.
might have been like, you're working for it today.
Yeah, Full Metal Jacket's his second to last movie. He was definitely Kubrick at this
So
point.
he was Kubrick at that point. So he had this crazy level of frustration because they're just like, we want to drink our sippy times.
I don't know, dude. Even if I'm not Kubrick,
I'm still paying you.
you're still just like, you're still like, what? And you're like,
Yeah.
no, you don't understand. This is tradition. You're like, I have to shoot. I have to work, man. What do we do?
Yeah.
What do you mean tea break?
I need to get 400 goddamn takes out of these guys today. What are you doing? I need them to reset this explosion thing 14 times. You know what I mean? Like whatever the fuck it may be, because it was Full Metal Jacket. It wasn't nothing.
Yeah. Also, the thing that drives me nuts too is like people act like, you know, it's like the thing with like working. Like, don't get me wrong. Obviously, working on a movie like that is hard fucking work, and it's like long days. But it's like you guys also have downtime constantly throughout the day. You know, I mean, Full Metal Jacket was probably different because they're on location and it's Kubrick and he's insane and da 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 da. But still, I completely get. It's still just so funny to me being like, Kubrick's sitting there going, "Huh?
Yeah.
What? You want to stop everything to have tea?"
Yeah, it's nuts. Actually, speaking of tea, I actually got to take my union mandated pee break.
So it's your pee.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna have some pee and some tea.
What? What? Pat, you can't pee. What are you talking about? Yeah. Got some other stuff. Actually, speaking of movies, I wanted to watch Scary Movie 6 trailer came out, and I was very curious about watching it with Pat because it looks I don't know. I can't tell if it's good or not. But like also like all the scary movies kind of are like you'll understand what I'm saying when we watch the trailer. But when you watch it, I watched the trailer this morning and I was like, I can't tell if this is good retarded or bad retarded because all the scary movies are like retarded, but from the trailer, I can't fucking tell. But yeah. Oh yeah, we have to talk about. Well, I don't know if we have to talk about anything. I agree with Kubrick on that. I haven't seen the trailer yet, but I'm not optimistic. Yeah, dude, I'm like a hard. I watched the trailer this morning before we started streaming, and I'm like a hard 50-50 on it. So we'll have to see about that. I also have to take a tea break really quick whenever Pat gets back. Guys, if you're on the YouTube, even if you're not on the YouTube, do us all a big bad favor and go hit the thumbs up on YouTube. Help the stream out. It's a huge benefit if you just hit the thumbs out. Comment in the chat. Comment in the chat for engagement and blah 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 blah. All that stuff. Yeah, there's 10 of you watching. If 10 of you hit that thumbs up and comment for the algorithm, you'll help us out. This will be the one. This will be the one that gets us world famous. This will be the one. I had a lovely weekend too. We got some cool might have some fucking music stuff to talk. Not music. Been watching a lot more TV and stuff like that. I saw the fucking thing move. Is Pat back? Pat's argument to say that the show was good because it had 8 seasons made me think of Ridiculous with 50. Not saying, just to be clear, his argument wasn't saying that the show was good. It's saying that, like, being bad doesn't necessarily mean, like, just because a show's bad doesn't mean it's going to get canceled. You know what I mean? There's some absolute dog shit out there that's been going for... Dude, I looked it up. Big Bang Theory is on 12 seasons. Young Sheldon just hit 7 seasons, 7 or 8. Start calling piss breaks tea breaks. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. I played Lego Star Wars all weekend. Dude, those Lego games kind of rip. They're actually like really because I've played like Lego Star Wars, I've played Lego Indiana Jones. They're like really fun, simple platformers. I don't think the argument was that it's good, just that people watch. Yeah. Yeah. There was some clarification on your argument about Big Bang Theory.
About what?
It was
About like
Pat's argument to say that the show was good because it had 8 seasons made me think of ridiculousness with 50 seasons. And I was telling him, the argument wasn't that it was good. It was that being bad doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get canceled.
Yeah, it made 8 seasons being a terrible show. And what I was saying, that was actually about The Ranch. Big
Ranch,
Bang Theory,
yeah.
Big Bang Theory is a fine sitcom.
Why don't you tell him about it anyway?
The Ranch was the one that I was trying to clarify. Was like it still made 8 seasons, and I don't know a single person in the world that either watched it and liked it. I think Andy's family was the first people that I've heard of that actually were like, it's actually pretty good. I remember seeing that and going like, who the fuck is the preview that would show up? And just being like, who the fuck is watching this? This looks crazy cheap. It's like a super cheap looking sitcom looking thing. And it sucked. Super canned laughter, all this other shit. So that made it 8 seasons. The Big Bang Theory, in my opinion, is kind of like one of those. Again, it's fine. There's plenty of sitcoms that I love that are still, I think, great and still kind of hold up. And they're ones that mainly that I grew up with, obviously. But there's also other ones. Like I said, Mike and Molly was another one that was, it's just, I don't want to call shitcom is the way I say it just because it's pretty easy. It's relatively not relatable, but predictable. They're going to go through a lot of the same storylines that they have been over and over again. But like something like King of Queens was like, that was a great sitcom for so many fucking years. Because of the weirdness of it, like the fact that they always pointed out how it was like the newest, it was like a new Honeymooners kind of thing. And I know that's what their like approach was, but they nailed that execution so well. That's something like Big Bang Theory. When you're watching it, you're like, oh yeah, this is a funny show, and you're like, wait a minute, no, it's just mimicking a funny show. It's actually not very good. I think that's the kind of thing of. There's not a lot of other substance, or they're trying so hard to make the jokes like factually accurate or smarter than they should be because it's a nerd show like that. And then by like the
Wait, you talking about Big Bang Theory still?
Well, I was saying like that, like it mimics a good sitcom, and it's something like, but it's not saying that there hasn't been good sitcoms. Like King of Queens was one that I brought up as like that's a great. Good, like where they're still doing a lot of the same tropes. You know, it's a sitcom. It's that's the thing. That's the category. Is it fits into that category and it kind of it works. But there are ones that got way more popular that are just kind of mimicking it and not necessarily worried about the substance of the jokes. They're just like, how do we make a pie joke here? Maybe he thinks it's a real pie, but he's talking about the numbers.
Well, actually, dude,
It's
honestly,
like it's not fun.
It goes back to what I was kind of saying that like, not that Kubrick doesn't like rule in a lot of aspects, but it kind of annoys me about the thing I was saying about Kubrick, where that's why I was laughing when I came back because my dad loves Big Bang Theory, and every time he talks about it to me, it's what he'll bring up. He'll like, yeah, and they were talking about like physics, but like they actually like got it right. Like it's an accurate, and you're like, yeah, like it's not hard. Like you can write a joke and then look up on the internet what the factually accurate thing about the science topic you're having is, and it can still be a fucking shitty joke, but when you explain it that way, it sounds more impressive than it actually is. It's like what we said about Andy Kaufman. It's fun to explain, like, dude, Andy Kaufman would go to open mics. He'd set up a whole drum set, hit one note, and then take down the drum set and leave. And you're like, yeah, that's a fun story to tell. But if you're a physical member in that audience, that's a fucking annoying thing to do. And it actually takes zero talent. It's just you willing to fucking do it.
It's almost like performance art or performance like comedy that is just kind of sacrificing the performance for the funny story. Like you're not doing it for a funny bit.
1000%.
It's a funny story later on to be like, oh, you remember that time all those idiots saw me, and you're like, in the moment, you're all equal idiots. But
Yeah.
now that now in hindsight, they're hindsight jokes, and that's the kind of thing.
That's where a lot of the that's where like a lot of the fucking alt comedy and shit goes, and like the improv shit goes bad. Dude, that's a great way to put it. It's hindsight humor.
Yeah.
It's hindsight humor where it's like it's always funny. It's always funny to explain it, but like whenever you're actually in the fucking room, it's like it's usually fine at best.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing is even that is kind of like you're lying for people's approval, like in improv. You're doing this thing to where you're just going to be like, I'll be anything you want if you like me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? and it's just so desperate feeling that like I like the term quick-witted because it's improv, but you don't get the stupid intonation of being gay.
You don't, and also you don't get, you're not allotted all the disclaimers of like, okay, so here's all the layers that
Please God like me. Please God give me a location. Please God give me some more layers. I need some substance to my
give me more layers that can pad this out when we all agree this fucking sucks ass.
Hey, give me an identity. Give me a reason to live.
Can I get a little more excuse? Can I get an excuse for why this is bad from the top?
Yeah, go ahead and tell me what's going wrong in your opinion. That's the kind of improv I would like to do is essentially crowd work or just conversations, talking to people, finding like it's. I feel like that's a stronger skill than like I've said these words 100 times in front of people and then I change them a little bit this way and I change them a little bit that way. Like that's just research. You're just doing, that's trial and error. When it's like being like top of your head kind of funny, I feel like that's way more of a skill or a talent or a natural ability than just being able to go like, well, I memorized how to say these words in the funniest way I could.
Yeah.
Like, okay. So like you had a lot of practice to do this. If you don't do good now, when you're filming a special and nobody laughs at a joke, I'm gonna go like this.
Yeah. No, it is. Yeah. Well, it is that kind of thing, and it is that kind of thing with like stand-up comedy. Not that like the road to getting a joke good is good, but when you finally like get your act down, and it'll be a thing of like, yeah, dude, he crushed. I go, did he? Did he do good on that thing he's been reciting for over a year? You know what I mean?
At this point, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's not to take away from like, it's not to take away from the ability, but it's that feeling when you do like, because I have it. It's that weird feeling you have when you do stand up and you crush, but you're like, yeah, I did that, and it did it with all old material.
Yeah, I did that all with stuff that I knew was gonna work.
I did it with stuff I've game tested 1,000 times.
Remember that part where I acted like I didn't know what that guy was saying?
Yeah,
that has been a lot of me.
Let me pull the curtain back a little bit for you.
I heard everything.
That shit didn't happen last week.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like it's kind of like the same idea of like I don't mind the familiar thing. Like I don't mind a sitcom format and a sitcom like structure, but I also appreciate when they do add a little bit something different or something a little bit more relatable to me. And I don't really give a fuck about comics or Marvel stuff or superhero stuff or science even at this point. It's kind of like they get to such an annoying level with it that I was just like, that's bullshit. So it's like a thing where I'm like, I don't like to necessarily bash the Big Bang Theory, but I will use it as an example of a bad sitcom. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't hurting nobody in my opinion. But like you said, the second spinoff of it, I'm like, I can't say that it sucks anymore because it at least has made enough money for some Jewish people that they're going to continue to bring it back.
Chuck Lorre made some deal with the devil, dude, because it's like I forgot he did Dharma and Greg. Chuck Lorre's and like no, it's not because I watched a fucking doc about like fucking 2000s were crazy, and I watched it and it was like it was like a Charlie Sheen thing. And not the doc he came out with, but it was a different thing about Charlie Sheen. And it was like, you forgot. You're like, fucking 2.5 Men ran the world. It was like that. It was just about. It was just because fucking Charlie Sheen was like, "Man, I'm still single and I fuck whores," and also my brother's kind of a fag, and everyone was like, "Ah, oh my god, oh my god, this is the greatest show ever." They're both raising a boy.
And I will say this: it's one of those things that like it would come on. I wouldn't change a channel, and it'd be sitting there, and I go every once in a while, I go,
Charlie.
Yeah. Oh, Charlie.
What's he gonna go, Charlie? It's the.
But I will say, every once in a while, they would catch me off guard, and I go, "That's a pretty funny joke. I like that one. This is a good bit. What are you doing?
Let them cook that day, dude."
But I'm not gonna sit there and go like, "I love the show." Sure, I like the song. Sure, I'll sing it right now. Man, manly man. Woo, woo, woo,
Damn, starting on the second verse.
Wait, was it? Damn it, I fucked up, didn't I?
Manly man.
Can I be the kid? Yeah, literally. You don't think he wrote that on his toilet, and he's just like something like man. Just do something like that.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Oh, dude, you know what show got me recently? Dude, I completely was like, let me see what the fuck this bullshit is about. And then 3 episodes in, I was like, oh no, I like this show, dude. I gotta be honest. I've been watching Girls all weekend. Lena Dunham.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's kind of
the one with the Star Wars guy.
Yeah, Adam Driver.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think that's where he started.
Yeah, just
crazy.
Eating Lena Dunham's pussy. It's honestly, first off, I know. So like, I just yeah, dude. That's why he earned. That's why he earned his bigger roles.
Back in the day, that's I get it. It's like one of those things of like I understand why people like ridiculed her, but she wasn't like you see her now, and you're like, brother.
Now
you were making fun of her back then. That's not fair.
Yeah, Lena Dunham. Honestly, like I gotta be honest, like watching Girls. Well, so if anyone doesn't, Girls is basically like Sex in the City, but in Brooklyn. If it's with like retarded Brooklyn girls.
Yeah, young, stupid Sex in the City.
And honestly, Sex in the City too is like that was a show for me that I would be like, "What are you watching here?" Like making fun of my wife, and then I'm like, "Oh my god, she did what?"
Yeah.
It like Sex in the City is a show that traditionally like gets dudes all the time. You want to make fun of it, then you start watching it, you're like, "Oh, this is actually kind of good." But no, the thing that was actually endearing about Girls that I actually appreciate, and this is also the part that's intriguing me. I don't know if she's doing it on purpose, but Lena Dunham, she like because a lot of times in shows now, because it's like either the woman character is sort of secondary, or if they're the main character, they have to be like a girl boss, or they have to be like assertive or something like that. They kind of have to have like a big personality. This is the first character. I was like, I don't know when I've ever seen it. Like her character's just a dumbass. Like she's an idiot, but like so there's at first, like in the first episode or two, she comes off as like the worst human being ever. And it's like, really like, I don't know how I'm going to end up liking this person. But then you start watching it and you start realizing like, oh, she's not writing this character like this is the fucking top bitch. She's writing this character like this is a dumbass 20-year-old just trying to figure it out in New York. And it makes all the, because it's just like, what are a bunch of like retarded Brooklyn liberals going to do about stuff? Yeah. So there is that part, but because it's like, it's actually not being presented as, we're better than those stupid flyover states and sort of how, because it's kind of funny because like it's similar of what happened with Captain Marvel, where Brie Larson is, I mean, I'm sure she's nice enough, but in the interviews and stuff, she just came off so obnoxious and unappealing, and it made people. Because I saw Captain Marvel before I realized like how Brie Larson or Brie Olsen. Brie Olsen.
Brie Larson, I think.
Larson, yeah. Because I watched Captain Marvel like way after the fact, and I didn't know about all the like, oh, she's annoying controversy, and like that gets a bad taste in people's mouths, so they just instinctually want to bomb the fucking movie. And I gotta be honest, Captain Marvel's not that bad of a movie. And I realized I was like, oh, Girls had the same thing because Lena Dunham's like, she's got like, she's got some bad sound bites where she's like, she's like, oh yeah, I fingered my sister, and I regret never having an abortion, and she has all these like weird sound bites where you're like, who's this goofy fucking bitch? And then you realize you're like, oh yeah, fucking retarded psychos make good shit.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And it made me realize this is my other comparison that I feel like is gonna make you do a pug face, where it actually the pacing of it, I realized it was actually a la The Sopranos, where it's a bunch of shit just happening. And I realized I'm a huge fan of that style of TV. That's half the reason I love The Sopranos so much, because it's a bunch of shit just happening. But like there is a loose story happening, but it's like not a specific story, but it connects from episode to episode. And I really like that fucking style. And I actually realized like after a couple episodes, I was like, oh, Girls actually implements a similar fucking thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's also interesting too, because I feel like for me, I haven't watched one of these shows about, you know, these like Brooklyn hipsters, and so I find these type of people more intriguing and shit like that. But I don't know, man. I was just thrown off. I was joking with Steph, where I was telling her about, because she's like, "Are you watching Girls?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "No." I was like, "I gotta give it to her."
You were watching it independently. I thought maybe this was something that you and Steph started watching, and you were like, "It's actually pretty good." Like,
no, I was just scrolling through like HBO Max trying to find something to watch, and it suggested Girls. I was like, fuck it, let's see. And I did it ironically. I was like, let's see how bad this fucking show is.
Yeah.
And then I did the shit where next thing I realized, I'm like fucking 3 episodes in. I go, oh fuck.
and then I'm watching, like, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, and then I just realized I started describing it to Steph, and I was like, shit, do I like Girls? Fuck.
I started watching a Heated Rivalry.
Which one's that?
The gay hockey show.
Oh yeah, how's that?
It's a fine, like, so the thing is, I found out is it's not that I'm like adverse to gay love. I am adverse to gay sex. Does that make sense?
I mean, gay love and sex pay some of your bills, Matt.
But that's what I'm saying is like I don't want to. I'm not saying like I don't think it should exist. Is the love scene, the things that I think that people are most talking about? It's not necessarily the story, even though the story itself is actually relatively. Actually, I'll say it is a intriguing story. It's very interesting.
Yeah,
because it's 2 professional athletes that are playing for like the actual rival teams. It's Montreal and Boston. But I've heard that it was based on Sidney Crosby and Alexander Ovechkin, but not necessarily that they actually had a love affair, but just more of when they were drafted in the same year, they were like, oh my God, these 2 guys are like the 2 most talented players in the NHL right now. They're playing for different teams. You know, could you believe it? But could you believe if they ended up having a torrid love affair?
Yeah, and the writer was like, what if they were kissing?
Right. It's a thing where like even the kissing and stuff like that. I'm like, no, that's fine. It's whatever. It's when they get to the sex scenes, I feel like they add more noises to their sex scenes. So there's like more slurping and like gulp, like yeah, and it's like it really.
Oh wait, like off camera blowjobs.
Like no, it's like on camera, but like his legs up here, and like he puts it, but then it's just like this really really weird, like passionate slurping, gross sound, and I'm like, ugh, I don't like that at all. Like yeah. I'm a person. I'm one of those people that if I hear somebody a human chewing, I want to fucking kill everything in the world.
And let me ask you this,
But if I hear animals chewing, I go, that's delightful. I love it.
And let me ask you this, Pat. And I haven't checked on this with you before, but if a dude slurped you or put a penis in your butt, you would not like that?
Not like it. No. Still.
Exactly. So there is that. No, dude, that reminds me of.
I don't like the way gay sex sounds. Exactly. That's exactly right. It's one of those things of hearing 2 guys going, ugh, and then like, it's like, I don't like mouth sounds from humans in general. I really don't. I hate kissing. I hate like watching 2 people making out is disgusting to me. Watching it, but I'll do it, I guess.
Sorry, Cell Rat's really reaching.
It's crazy. What?
HBO homo boy orgasm. Got him. Fuck, got those queers.
But the actual like the storyline and the story of like, can they come out as gay as like professional athletes, and like will they be accepted? How much would they be criticized? Would they be like they're the stars of both of their teams? Like all this kind of shit. You're like,
it's kind of funny. They're going through that a little bit with basketball because there's like, it's so funny because basketball always feels like, because fucking like basketball always makes it feel like old school shit because there was that. I don't know if you saw that clip, but there was like that it was like going to commercial slow-mo clip of these two basketball players where like one shot the ball and they were all like, and it was very clearly obvious they were like, unless it was just a bad shot, it was just very obvious they were like probably gay dudes. And it like, I remember seeing it on Twitter. Like, I don't ever have sports on my Twitter. It went this viral that like I saw it and people were just being like, yeah, what is this? And it's like, it was one of those things where it was like, it was fun to make jokes, but it got to a point where I go like, yeah, but like if they're gay, do you actually care? Like,
right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying is like, I legitimately, I guess I can kind of see like the locker room aspect of it, but also like, I don't know, they're your bros. It's like, it is a weird thing where I am not in that world, so I can't say anything, but I'll say for me as a fan, it would make absolutely no difference. I don't give a shit. Like if you found out like if I found out the entire Tampa Bay Lightning were all just homophobes, or not homophobes, but homosexuals that just love other gay men and they just love it, I'd go, okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna play some hockey or what's up? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
you guys gonna win? Are you gonna win this year or not?
Yeah, I'm really happy that you can be who you are. That's all I give a shit about. Is like legitimately. It's not about necessarily announcing who you are. I would like for everyone to just be able to just live as they are. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's purely half the reason you don't like the slurping is just because it's as a heterosexual man, right? Heterosexual.
Wait, which one's that again?
Like
that
girls.
This one or this one or this one? This one. Okay, that one.
This one. Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Which one's the white power? I like to fuck white power. That's what Jim Carrey was doing. Yeah. Me?
Fuck. Wait, Pat. Oh, fuck. Fucking dead, man. We gotta do something.
Oh God, what are we gonna fucking do?
Yeah. Then more hands come in. What'd you do? And then this hand's in the corner going, fuck, man, it got too far.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Well, no, it's that fucking Bill Burr joke. It's that Bill Burr joke back in the day where he's like, I'm not homophobic. It goes contrary to my instincts. You know what I mean? Like, when you see gay, we see gay dudes loving on each other. You're like, that's the way my day ends the worst. You know what I mean? For me.
I don't want to. No, I want it to be clear. If I saw two people holding hands and then just stop and just start making out, man, woman, woman, would be pretty cool. But man, woman. So that's
they come for the honesty, Pat.
Is I'm not against gay love. Apparently, it's just gay men love or just heterosexual love. That's what I don't like. I don't want to see that. I want to see the two things that I like to put my dick in. If those two things were kissing, I go, yep, I like that. Yeah. But if it was like one thing that I like to put my dick in, but then one that I don't, I go, stop. Yeah,
I remember I do.
There's two things I don't like. I go, stop doing that.
No.
But no, it's I'm not adverse to it, but I'm just adverse for like that level of PDA of like we're gonna stop in the middle of the sidewalk and just start making out. It's just so it's like goddamn, literally get a room. Any sexual orientation, but. Yes, if it comes down to like thinking of what is my preference, I don't want to have like the dude with stubble. Like, it's just I'm just like no, stop. It's like it's almost like that thing where you're like, cut it out. It's not like I need them to all burn and they're never allowed to do that. And the Bible says no. It's just literally like stop.
No,
stop. not like you shouldn't be able to do that. It's literally just my preference. And if you were a dude and a chick, I'd say the same thing. I'd go, yuck.
Did you see the Shia
Knock it
LaBeouf
off.
thing?
Where he was trying to.
He was saying he's like big gay dudes scare me or something.
Oh no, I did see the thing where he said like, what would you do if Jesus came back, or what would you say to Jesus if he came back? And he said nothing. Damn.
I'd sit my white ass down and listen.
Yeah. Like, cool. All right. I like that.
I forgot what he said about gay dudes though. Shia LaBeouf repeatedly hurled gay slurs during his arrest. All right, well, fucking.
Well, I mean,
that's like a.
Were they gay slurs, or were they slurs that were also have been used for gay people in the past? You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. Was he used? Because that's the thing, is we've used gay slurs plenty of times, but not, have I ever used them against a gay person? I think maybe incidentally if they just didn't come out, but I had no knowledge.
I had to say, speaking
I've
of
never
gay
called Colton that.
speaking of gay slurs, I had a sick joke on one of my coworkers because the one customer got mad at him and called him the F slur, and then he was telling me that, and I go, "How did he know your nickname?" And then he looked at me and was like, "I don't like that," and I'm like, "Wow, okay, we're not having fun, I guess."
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm dealing with somebody that nothing.
You're okay. It just sewed that joke. And it really hurt.
Download link. Download. Well, I can't watch it. Download it.
Where is it? Colton being like, "No, Pat, I'm not on the down low anymore."
It's the new guys. I just gotta.
I think this is the clip.
Okay.
What do you mean? When I'm like,
What the fuck?
Holy shit! That was crazy sounding.
When do you listen to this? Your fucking sound. God.
Standing by myself and 3 gay dudes are.
I love Shia LaBeouf, dude. Shia LaBeouf fucking rules.
What do you mean? When I'm like standing by myself and 3 gay dudes are next to me touching my leg, I get scared. I'm
How
sorry.
often does that happen?
If that's homophobic, then I'm.
Don't victim blame. Don't be a fucking victim blamer. If you got surrounded by 3 aggressive gay dudes, you get scared too.
I don't know if I would get.
It doesn't matter how often it happens. It doesn't matter why he's there. It doesn't matter why he's.
Let's just clarify. It never happened. But if this were to happen, I put myself there many times.
We're often surrounded by many gay men, Pat. It doesn't matter why.
You know when you put on your VR headset and you start your simulation and you're like, "Whoa, this is too real."
You know when you tell your wife you're on patrol and you're going to the bathhouse and you're trying to de-gay it. You know when you tell her that and you get surrounded and you go, "I guess I'll just have to go with it so they don't kill me." Oh no, get away, boys.
You know what's really funny? Dunbar says in Hollywood, I'm sure it happens a lot. Yeah, that's one of those things. You know where I'm at right now with like the disclosure shit is I don't need to know everything anymore. I don't. It's I used to think I wanted to know everything, but like the more. Maybe their bluff is working where they're just like, it gets crazy worse. Like the shit you've seen and the things you're suspecting, it's like 10 times that. I start going like, you know what? I don't need to know it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like a parent now. I go, I don't need to know what's going on. I just want it to stop. Okay.
Well, there
you hear that? See this behavior anymore. Just knock it off.
Pat talks about fucking being a tough guy, but if Shia LaBeouf's around you, he's getting raped by 3 gay guys. Pat will not protect you, Shia. Nope. Just so you know, if you're watching this, Mr. LaBeouf, Pat will not protect you.
What were you wearing, Shia?
What were you wearing? It's like my Mardi Gras beads.
I don't think I've ever said his first name by itself.
No,
it feels weird. I don't like saying.
You have to say Shia LaBeouf.
Shia.
You
can't say Shia
or Mr. LaBeouf sounds crazy. It's
hello LaBeouf.
Shia sounds too intimate. No, I forgot that he said 3 gay guys. Yeah, I was like, yo, what is the context for that, dude? Because I told you, with Jay used to work at this gay bar in Emmaus. It wasn't like overtly a gay bar, but it was a gay bar. And I remember I'd go and hang out because he'd make me free drinks. And there'd be the occasion I'd be like, all right, dude, chill. You know what I mean? You get a couple seltzers in them. Gay dudes can be a little aggressive. I'm on their turf. And I look like this. I look scrumptious. You know what I'm saying?
It's so funny. I told Colton about because Lemaire told me last week that they talked about him being stuck in Mexico and everything like that.
Oh yeah, on Matt and Shane.
And then the conversation ended up becoming more about the concern of like Pat was he almost had to go down there.
Oh yeah.
I told Colton about it. I was like, oh yeah, Lemaire told me they mentioned you. They're talking about you having your breakdown in Puerto Vallarta, and he's like, oh really? He's like, oh, can you send me that? And I was just like, and I hadn't listened to it, and I listened to it.
And it was
just
like, mainly about you.
It was just like, wait, Pat almost had to go. He's not down there, is he? Is Pat down there?
Yeah.
And then they got to like one of Colton's like more shirtless posts, and they're like, all right, let's just go ahead.
That was he was still making sure he was like a hot tamale in all those posts.
Oh, brother. And you know what's really funny though? He shared with me. We talked about it on the most recent Patreon episode, and he was talking about. He's like, oh yeah, last time I went to Mexico, I got stuck in my room and got quarantined, and I was like, really?
Stop going to Mexico,
bro. It's like everywhere he goes, he has this like incident. He's shooting this show for Grindr, and it's crazy. He's doing a show for Grindr right now, and he's like, oh yeah, we couldn't do anything for production. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. And then production asked him to take shit down and stuff like that.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh, I was just doing a show for Gay Sex, the app,
the gay sex app, and I'm like, what? But you know.
That's so funny because OnlyFans has because they're doing the same thing. They do those comedy specials.
Yeah.
The whole life of OnlyFans, they've just been trying to
not be porn, but they can't not be porn because it's the porn website. Because dude, I remember that happened back in the day when I was listening to I can't remember if it was before Gas Digital or what, but like they cut a deal with like the Legion of Skanks guys. Mm-hmm.
So like, because they were doing that a bunch, just trying to get the app associated to be like it's not just porn. There's other things on here.
Yeah. I think that's what their attempt is. But he's like, oh yeah. I was like, so you didn't get anything done? He's like, yeah, but they're having me back. I was like, oh yeah, cool. He's like, yeah, we're heading out and later on the month or whatever it was. I was like, where are you headed this time? Iran. I was like, what the fuck is going on, dude?
Yeah.
He has the worst luck.
Yeah.
Gay sex.
Oh no, since we're on the topic of film and movies, I brought this up when you went. God damn.
Whoa, what the hell was that?
Sorry. What?
It sounded crazy. It sounded like a weird noise.
You can hear that?
Yeah, they said they went or something like that. What was that?
Huh, that's weird. No, I have a movie trailer I was gonna play, and it like started. I don't know how you could hear that though. That's weird.
Yeah.
So wait, there's gay sex on Grindr?
I guess so. I mean, the TV app. I've been using it for TV. That's what I tell Dom when she finds it on my phone, and I go like no, it's just this. I like the show on there. There's a show that I watch on Grindr.
It's not just gay sex.
It's not. It's entertainment too.
You're ignorant.
It's more than TV. It's HBO. Homo boy orgasms.
Homo boy orgasms.
It's more than TV. It's HBO. That's what Grindr is. It's HBO. Homo boy orgasms.
Yeah, I don't like when you say boy.
I don't either.
Yes. Cell rat. That was bad. I don't like.
Stop doing that to us.
I don't like the boy part you did. That was bad. Wait, let me.
Scary Movie 6.
Oh yeah. So I wanted to play this. There's the trailer for Scary Movie 6 just came out, and I'm very excited. But I got to be honest. I'm a good 50-50 on this. Let's watch it. Let's just watch it.
Shit. Back again. My God, he stabbed her. Not her. My pronouns
Are they them? He stabbed them.
We back.
There's a serial killer on the loose.
Hello, Tuesday.
I have been preparing for this for years. Hello, Mother. You look like shit.
Should we hug?
I really want to, but I'm a Republican now, so I'm supposed to be racist.
Oh, girl, I think all white people are racist anyway. Come here.
Okay. Oh.
Hey there. We heard tell of a Halloween party. We're here to drink, play bad music, do some half gay shit.
Why just half gay?
Sink. Stop smiling.
Run, bitch, run!
Mom, Santa gave me a severed arm.
Be sure to thank him.
What the? Somebody help! Help!
Bitch, we on break. So you handle yours. I'll be right over here eating my falafel and my pork rinds. Bitch.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. I'm excited about it. I'll go see that in theaters. Fuck yeah.
Dude, I was like on the fence because like you did what I did. The first joke is a they them joke, and you're like, or well, they do the reveal of Ghostface, and you're like, okay, that's not really that wasn't that great. And then they hit a they them joke, and you're like, eh. And then there was like one other joke that was also kind of eh. But then, like you did with the why's it got to be half gay? I was like, okay, they still got it. They still got it.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going. And then you see Ghostface get stabbed in the butt with a dildo, and I go, there it is.
All right. They're gonna do it. Yeah, I think Dunbar put it the best way. It's gonna have moments.
Yeah. I agree with Derek too. I get it, but I'm sorry. To me, in my opinion, when they merged Scary Movie with like the airplane folks, like when they had when they brought in, I think it was 3, when they had Charlie Sheen and Leslie Nielsen in it with the Wayans brothers and like Kevin Hart, like brother.
And that one
Scary Movie 3, I think that one is like one of the greatest comedies. I think it's still so much fucking fun.
Was 4 good too? I can't remember if 4 was good.
I might be thinking of 4. I don't know if it's 3 or 4. The one the one that they did Signs. They mimic Signs.
Yeah, it was the one with the white guy. I always forget his name. I'm not trying to be a dick. I
Rex,
genuinely
Simon Rex.
Yeah, Simon Rex. The ones with Simon Rex, and then they still had Anna Faris. Those were the ones that 3 and 4 were my favorite.
Yeah, that one was still really funny. Again, it's like silly jokes where like they're hitting kids in the head with baseball bats, and like it's like this super silly, wacky, but it's like it's so fucking funny. And it gets me like when the alien guy starts peeing out of his finger.
Yeah, because
that's so funny to me.
That's the thing too. Well, like this part reminded me too. Anna Faris never gets credit for being such like a good physical actress. Where not even just like doing falls and shit like that. Like she would always do like she would do this thing in all the movies where she would have like a like almost the anti-scream queen sort of thing where she'd be like, oh, and it would be like, what are you doing, dude? Oh yeah, I like
the first one when she gets shot to the ceiling with cum is hilarious. How do you not think to me it's so crazy wacky that I like when they can do the fun, do some half gay shit, play some bad music, we all get it, but they also make funny jokes all around. I love it. It's my favorite.
That's my thing where it's like the trailer is like 50-50 for me, but it has enough good stuff. And also too, it's like they're doing the trailer to be like eye-catching and hit you with like the most base level shit. Cause but I do have there was enough good stuff in this where I go, that is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
And there's probably some really crazy jokes that they can't show on the show me the Red Band trailer. Is this the Red Band trailer? Do you know?
No, I think this is the first. I don't think there's a Red Band one yet.
Yeah, if there's a Red Band trailer when that comes out, it's gonna probably have a couple other crazy jokes that they'll have.
Well, and also I got to be honest. Wait, let me double check. I feel like it's not out yet.
Because I think at a certain point they started making scary movies PG-13, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm.
Oh, and also, no, the thing at this at the end made me happy as well, because that is also a staple of like quality early 2000s comedy of just turning everyone into their like the most extreme stereotype. You know what I mean? Because we don't have there is a beauty in unnuanced comedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there was a trend that happened around 2005 to 2010 where they were like, oh, so comedy movies are supposed to get aggressively serious about 2/3 of the way through and then not be that funny for the rest of the movie. And we lost a generation of surface level, unnuanced comedy where it was just pure instincts, pure fucking boom, 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 boom. We don't have to give a shit about character development. It's just aggressive and in your face. And when I see whoever this lady is at the end talking
with
about
the
her
big fingernails and shit.
Yeah, big fingernails, talking about pork rinds, and I'm pretty sure that might be one of the Wayans brothers. I can't tell. It might be one of the older ones.
Oh, you think so?
I mean, that might be a feller. I think they're also bringing back the age of dragon comedy.
That's fun. Yeah, so it turns out actually only the first two were rated R. So hopefully this one is too. Because this is 6.
This is 6, yeah.
It's probably not rated yet.
Hopefully there's an unrated version on.
So that's what it is. It's a return to the fucking. You know what's crazy though? The first rated PG scary movie was 3. It was the one that I just talked about. How much I loved it, and that was the first PG-13 one. But like, I love when they can get like a P joke or something, like some kind of weird super crass joke under a PG-13 rating. But then they got super lazy with it, and they just were like goofy, no like substance. This is kind of one of those things where like she's got her little Yeti thing. She's got like literally. I've met this lady before. This is such a good character.
Yeah,
just such a small thing, like working in hospitals and shit. This is for real. Like you could be getting killed right in front of a nurse on a break, and she would not give a fuck.
Well, it's just like it's so true. It's like you haven't filled out the form. I can't revive you. You haven't filled out the proper forms.
Fill out the form, sir.
Yeah, no, it's just it reminds me like. I am being a little funny, but I just go like, this character has no depth beyond she's a loud black lady. And like I remember watching like Deuce Bigalow. There were characters and I go, well, what's his character? That guy's gay. And like, it's kind of like some of it comes off as cringe, but also there's ways to do it where you're like, we're just having some fucking fun right now.
The super intense gay guy. I like that aspect of it of like, he is super closeted, but also super duper intensely gay.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I just like every version of it. Like all of it, whatever it is. I'm getting myself now more excited than I previously was for this.
I would sign off on this. This looks like a certified
potential banger,
a possible resurgence of the franchise.
Yeah, well, and also too, I'm hoping it's a resurgence of like stupid. Just very stupid comedy movies because Naked Gun came back and I think that did pretty
Naked
good.
Gun, dude. I thought it was great. I loved it.
Did it do good though? I think it did good.
Yeah, because the fact that I think because everybody was talking about how they're like, wow, that was really cool. That was really fun. It's like, yes, that's a fucking Naked Gun movie, man. Like you're gonna make some crazy jokes. You're gonna make some super easy, silly jokes. It has something for everyone, and it's never gonna get too crazy. There's going to be lots of innuendo. There's going to be a thing where they have like, oh, we have a 3D camera. And they go, oh, my God, it looks like he's blowing him. But actually, she's just cooking a turkey. Or, you know what I mean? Like, it's fun. It's fun. It's so fucking fun. And it's never, ever takes itself too seriously, even though the actual story has very serious tones. It's just taking the same tones that you would in a serious action movie like Snake Eyes or some shit. And then you're just turning it and just go like, what if we were just wacky silly boys? And then that's why the comic relief works so much in those movies, is because it's what you're craving, storytelling wise. Because, as we talked about at the beginning of the show, Australians got it right. You just got to laugh at every single trauma you've ever had and just go, isn't it funny, mate? It's crazy. Yeah. It's so crazy.
You're 100% right. And yeah, Naked Gun did. It looks like all the reviews were pretty good, and it like basically made all of it. It doubled it. It made all its money back and almost doubled.
That was the beauty of Leslie Nielsen, was he was such a silly goose, but he was and started out as such a. That's why Leslie Nielsen was such a good pick for that role, was because he's always been super serious, like the distinguished actor guy. But he's like, when you see how fucking silly he can be, or how seriously he plays silly, it just adds. Silly is funny, no matter what. A whackety schmack, a slippity slew, anything like that is great. But once you see, like, if you saw James, what was the guy that did Darth Vader? James Earl Jones. Or like Morgan Freeman on like roller skates, you go, he doesn't do that stuff. He's a serious guy.
Yeah.
And then we have a good time. It just funny makes everything better, and that's why we do this, guys. That's why
we do this.
We're here to laugh at the war in Iran. We're here to laugh at Jim Carrey possibly being killed and cloned. We just sit here and we go, I never thought clone. But I
wish I could make a pie come out of nowhere right when you said that. Just get blasted in the face.
Or just out of nowhere, just one just comes into the screen, just gosh.
Yeah. That's why we do this.
Yeah. We're heroes.
Sorry. We're heroes.
We're very humble.
Paint pictures of us with the Avengers behind us.
Yeah.
That's what we should do. Just have a mural where it's the Avengers behind us podcasting. We're like the Avengers, us and nurses.
We're here not to really solve, but observe and report every single thing that happens. And
we're here to take the information and then give it to a man. Sorry, that was disrespectful. Guys, thanks for hanging out with us. It is my special day, so you have to go over to the YouTube and hit the thumbs up and like and comment for the algorithm. Please help the boys out. We love you so much. We will see you back on Wednesday. Until then, keep jacking it. Is that our sign off?
Yeah, it is now.
Keep jacking it. We love you. Bye.
Keep jerking and jacking. And
keep jerking.